Oh boy. Oh boy, I needed that. I needed that. After the Eagles' putridness for so long, this Flyers team knows how to pick me up. This Flyers team knows how to lift a man up when they're down. Oh my God, Owen Tippett just completely manhandling someone in overtime, steals it, and then buries it for the OT winner. Oh my! After the Flyers were getting completely dominated in the third period, Sam Ersson comes up strong. Time and time again. Carter Hart is still sick, by the way. I hope everything is fine with this guy. But Sam Ersson continues to get his number called, and he continues to show us that he doesn't suck, unlike some Flyers fans at the beginning of the season. This man has been absolute money in place of Carter Hart and his illness. Man, oh man. And then freaking Ryan Poehling, out of all people, getting 2 goals in this game. Where the hell was that on the bingo sheet? That is a 9-game point streak for your Philadelphia Flyers. They are, I believe they're 7-0-2 or something like that in their last so many games. My God, they just keep winning. They just keep winning. They just keep finding ways to put points on the board, get as many points as possible. I don't know what more to say, man. This is, honestly, the best hockey team I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. This is the best hockey team I've ever seen in my life. Now, I might be going a little bit overboard right there, but I'm having fun. I'm trying to latch on to something after the Eagles completely ruined my life. The past 3 weeks. The Flyers have been making my life 20 billion times better. Oh, man, and it always makes it a little bit sweeter to do it against the freaking New Jersey Devils. I hate that team. I hate that fan base with a passion. I probably hate the New Jersey Devils way more than I hate the Rangers or even the Pittsburgh Penguins at this point, because for some reason, I just hate that team. I just hate that fan base, whatever fan base they have. I just do. It's always fun to see, Frank the Tank from Barstool absolutely lose his mind after this type of loss, and he did that on Twitter. Oh boy, that was really fun. And hey, kudos to the Flyers, man. There were stretches in this game where they were completely getting outmatched, where they couldn't handle the Devils' speed, but Sam Ersson was there. There was good defense, good stick plays. They just basically, once again, they played sound defense. They cashed in when they did. It's a come-from-behind victory from this Flyer squad, which has been rare this year for this team. When they allow the first goal, they rarely win, but when they score the first goal, it's hard to beat them. So this is one of those rare occasions where they get a comeback victory, which is probably a little bit extra sweet. You go down 1-0 after a turnover by Rasmus Ristolainen, basically behind your own net. It turns into a little bit of a net front thing, and McLeod is there to basically bury home the loose change. Ersson had no shot at it, and then Poehling with a beautiful play between him and Farabee in the second period, a little bit of back and forth passing, stripping the puck, and he finds a way to score, ties the game up. But in the Flyers, they take a stupid penalty, Scott Laughton with a trip, and then the Devils eventually cash in on that power play, retake the 2-1 lead. But then Ryan Poehling again off of a beautiful dish from Travis Konechny. A little 2-on-1 action, he buries it. So, a little bit of back and forth action. The first period was more back and forth. There really wasn't much action, I would say, from the first half of the first period. It was really just, getting into those late stages when Rasmus Ristolainen, getting a little bit of, difficulty handling the forecheck by the Devils in the defensive zone causes that turnover, and it caused that first goal of the game for them. But the Flyers, they didn't back down. They just kept battling away. And it resulted in a tie game. They had a couple of power plays in that third period, but their power play is non-existent. So I am not expecting any type of power play goal. A power play goal would just be the icing on the cake for this team, because they could just go stretches upon stretches without scoring a power play goal. It is ridiculous how bad their power play is at this point. But it is. I guess it's just expected. I guess it is. Basically, after their 2 early power plays in that third period, the Devils completely controlled pace of play. The Flyers were getting manhandled on the forecheck. They were having trouble getting out of the neutral zone, trouble getting it into the Devils zone. And even when they got it into the Devils zone, it was in and out, in and out, in and out. There was one sequence where Bobby Brink or Bobby or Brink, as Brian Boucher called him on the broadcast, strips the Devils on the Flyers' blue line, springs Owen Tippett for a little breakaway action. Sadly, he wasn't able to finish there. That would have been a fucking beautiful goal. You need to bury it in that situation. But Bobby Brink just continuing to do some fantastic things on both sides of the ice. And the Flyers definitely were playing sound defensively. And if there was a dangerous chance, Sam Ersson was there to make the save. Even on one of the Flyers' power plays, the Devils had a shorthanded break, and he makes the easy save. So, hey, man, everyone is doing their little thing to step up for this team. It's a different guy every night. One night it'll be Forster. One night it'll be TK. One night it'll be Coots. One night it's, Joel Farabee. One night it's Bobby Brink, Owen Tippett, Morgan Frost, that line. One night's Travis Sanheim, Cam York. Maybe even throw in a little bit of Nick Sealer and Sean Walker. Or it's your goaltending that's saving your ass as well. You have 2 goaltenders that save your asses. Carter Hart and Sam Ersson. You can say these 2 guys are one of the best tandems in the league. In my honest opinion, from what I see with these 2 guys every single night, I know Ersson's numbers are a little bit skewed from the beginning of the season, but this dude has been a brick wall ever since, man. It's been like that. Oh my God. And when you go to OT, it's back and forth both sides. The Devils get a few chances. The Flyers get a few chances early on. I really thought that TK was going to finish it off. Sean Couturier on his knees, somehow keeping the puck on his stick, and he finds TK, who just runs through the slot middle of the ice and wrists one onto the net. Just hits the post. It beats the goalie, but it just hits the post. I'm like, come on, you got to bury that. And then you get Sam Ersson coming huge on the other side. I believe it was against Luke Hughes. It was one of the Hughes brothers. It was Jack or Luke, but he made a save. He robbed a Hughes. He robbed one of the Hughes. And then you go the other way. The Devils in their own zone. Owen Tippett and Morgan Frost out there. Owen Tippett on the forecheck. Devils trying to move it up. Owen Tippett forechecking. Steals the puck. Gets a breakaway. Buries it. Buries it. Come on, man. Come on. I feel like I never got excited like that in my life watching that goal happen. I was like, come on. Yeah. This Flyers team makes you feel something, man. They make you feel something. When you're feeling down, about everything else, this Flyers team finds a way to pick it back up. That's what they keep doing, and that's what they've been doing this entire month. I don't think they've lost a game in regulation this month. That's how good they've been playing. That's how many points they've been getting in so many straight games. It's a 9-game point streak. Holy hell. Holy hell. And I believe there was a graphic during the game that if you're in a playoff spot at this point in the season by the holiday break, there's an above, 85, 86% chance you're making the playoffs. So we all know how valuable it is being in a playoff spot by American Thanksgiving. Oh, well, it continues the odds when you're in a playoff spot at this point in the season as well. Like, holy shit. This team is just finding ways, man. It is super duper 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 fun. Oh my God. It's amazing, man. I'm just looking at this entire thing. I need to see this goal again by Owen Tippett. Just completely robbing it from Luke Hughes, and he buries it. The Hughes brothers trying to make something happen, a celebration after with Tippett and Frost and the team coming off of the bench. Man, it's something. It's something special, boys. This team is just way too fun to watch. They are way too fun to watch. I have no other way to say it, man. I have no other way to say it. They are insanely fun to watch. They play a fun brand of hockey, and they don't have that standout star yet. They got a couple of guys down in the pipeline in a couple of years. Cutter Gauthier most likely at the end of his college season, whenever that's going to be. And then you got a little bit guy named the Matt Russian and Matvey Michkov coming over soon. Imagine when those two get here. And whatever else Danny Briere does. Keith Jones does. Don't tempt me with a good time. Don't tempt me with a good time, boys. This Flyers team is definitely tempting us with a good time. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. No one thought this team in a billion years would be the way that they're playing right now, but they're so bought into Torts' system. They're so bought into believing themselves. They got all the cancer out of the locker room from this past offseason. They're playing for one another. They're a family. They're bonded. They're brothers. They're going out there giving 150% every single night. How can you not love this team? How can you not love the way they're playing? How can you not? Seriously, how can you not? It is something special, boys. It is. Now, I'm not saying this team's winning a Stanley Cup. I'll joke around putting those Stanley Cup gifts out there. But enjoy the moment, man. Enjoy what this team is doing. Enjoy what this team is doing, because a couple of years down the line, this team is going to be something special with what this Danny Briere and Keith Jones are building. I just have that feeling. The way Torts is meshing his system into this thing, building the culture up, getting all the cancer out, players that belong here, players that don't. It's fun. It is fun. I haven't had this much fun watching Flyers in so long. I've been fucking deprived of it. I've been so deprived of it. It's been so agonizing watching this team for the past so many years. Last year, brutal. The year before that, brutal. The COVID shortened the bubble season, brutal. 2019-20 was funny. The bubble playoffs were not fun. Season before that, brutal hockey for so long. It was the first time I've ever seen fun hockey from this team in a while. We've been so deprived of it. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy the run. I've been holding this water bottle for so long because I wanted to take a sip. I'm going to do that now because I'm very thirsty. We're at that point of the time when we don't feel like cooking anything because we are getting closer to the holidays. We're basically just, doing a bunch of baking and everything like that, to where we just walked over to Chickies and Pete's, so having crab fries, it makes your fucking throat dry. It just does. It just makes your throat dry. I'm going to be drinking water the freaking entire night. I'm going to be waking up to go piss probably 5 times because I'm drinking so much water. Oh, man. Oh, man. This team is something else, boys. This team is something else. They block shots. They buy into the system. They hit. They forecheck. They do everything. They just find ways. They just find ways. And they didn't even play their best game tonight. They clearly did not play their best game tonight. There were a lot of situations where they were outplayed. Finding ways, man. Finding ways. It's fun. It is fun. It's bottom line. It's fun. It's fun. It is so fun watching this squad play. I was going to do the recording for tonight, but I was like, after that type of win, I got to do a live stream for the boys. I got to do a live stream for the people. I got to get it out there after that type of win. Now, over the next couple of days, I'm trying to think of the rate we're going here. I'll get to you guys in a live feed in a couple of seconds here. I'm just trying to think of the next few days here, just to try to think of what's going on. So tomorrow, there is a Sixers game tomorrow, but I do want to get back on the Eagles talk. So we might be doing something Eagles related tomorrow, whether it's just a recording and I post it during the nighttime, or we do a live stream at night. I'm probably leaning towards more doing a recording for the Eagles and then just posting that, just so you can have it so it's easier for all of us. And then Thursday we got Flyers. Friday we got Flyers too, as my cat is trying to open the door. He is trying to creep in. I hear his little jingle bells going. Hello, buddy. How you doing? How you doing, little Halen? How you doing over there, buddy? The Flyers won. Do you know that? The Flyers won in overtime. They're on a 9-game point streak. Do you know that, Halen? Do you understand it? Do you care? I don't know if you care. I don't know if he cares, boys. Halen, do you care that the Flyers are on a 9-game point streak, that they just beat the Devils in overtime, that Owen Tippett had a freaking nasty-ass OT goal? I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares, boys. He does not. He's just sniffing around there. But man. So yeah, we got probably Eagles tomorrow. Most likely recording. Flyers recap Thursday. Flyers recap Friday. We'll debate what we do for the weekend in terms of, Eagles and all that stuff, because we know they play on Christmas. Maybe for that, it probably won't be a live stream. It'll probably just be a recording and everything like that, just because, Christmas, we don't want to force people away. We'll figure it out as the days go along. We don't have to stress about it right now. So let's get to you guys here in the chat. Obi-Wan, everyone's excited. Renee, how you doing, man? Love when Renee gets excited in the chat for the Flyers hockey. Renee, one of the more passionate Flyers people in this chat. Gotta show him some love. Dan, how you doing? Like the early 80s when Tocchet first came in, this team was young. Next year, they'll look younger. Exactly, man. Exactly. Flyers are playing like the Lindros days, playing like Ricky Tocchet days. Yeah, we needed this, boys. We needed the Flyers to pick us back up. We needed it. It's also fun watching the Devils fans lose their mind. Yeah, it is. If you guys saw Frank the Tank from Barstool on Twitter, man, he's completely losing it. He is losing it. Like he always does. He completely loses it. All-Star Game weekend skills competition. Yeah, that'll be weird. Like, what Flyer will be even though I really barely care about the All-Star Game, it'll be interesting to see what Flyer gets. It'll probably be Konechny. Who knows? Maybe we can see 2 Flyers there. Maybe a Konechny and Sanheim. Maybe Sanheim gets a vote. Maybe one of the goalies get a vote. Who knows? Who knows, though? But, yeah. So, we're looking at the upcoming schedule. I want to look at the standings, too. Just to see where the Flyers place and everything after tonight's win. So, they got 39 points on the year. They're 18-10-3. They are 1 point ahead of the Islanders, who are at 38 points. They're 2 points ahead of the Hurricanes. They're 5 points ahead of the Capitals, 5 points ahead of the Devils, 8 points ahead of the Penguins, and the Blue Jackets are the Blue Jackets. So that's nice. The Flyers are also 6 points behind the Rangers. The Rangers just continue to win. The Rangers are on a completely different level than any other team here in the Metro. Like, I'm not even trying to compare the Flyers to the Rangers. The Flyers are nowhere near the Rangers, in my honest opinion. The rest of the league is the rest of the league. Upcoming schedule, it's 9 points in 9 straight games for this Flyers squad. Continue to roll. And we got 2 more games here until the Christmas break. So we got Thursday at 7 o'clock against the Nashville Predators. So maybe a revenge from the OT loss last week. So it's a back-to-back Thursday and Friday. Thursday at home against Nashville. Friday on the road against the Red Wings again. So we'll be playing the Red Wings again, so we'll see how that goes. Then you get your Christmas break, and then you go to the Western Canadian road trip, including Seattle. So yeah, some interesting things here, boys. The Flyers have yet to lose a game in regulation this month. They have gotten a point in 8 games this month. Let's see if they continue to make that noise. Let's see if they continue, man. Fun hockey. Fun hockey, man. This team is just something. They're fun to watch. Cannot complain. I want to see if Torch said anything here before we end it off. I want to see if Torch. We did see Jonesy and all that stuff with the beginning of the game. I believe they're in the broadcast. I think they're talking about the Stadium Series and everything there, so it's really nothing in towards the future with this team. What else? Did Torch say anything? Did Torch say anything? Did Torch say anything? I don't think so. Don't think so. No. Apparently NBC Sports Philadelphia messed up again with John Tortorella calling him the Eagles head coach instead of the Flyers head coach. Hey, fuck it. Maybe the Eagles need fucking John Tortorella as their head coach. They need some Torch to go in there and yell down their fucking throats. I think that's what they need. Ugh. Man. But yeah. OT winner can ask for anything more than this Flyers squad, man. This is fun hockey, and I can't wait for much more. So that is going to do it for tonight, boys. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I like to read your stuff. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase. That's so you can get yourself down to the barn, Wells Fargo Center, watch this Flyers team. Use it for any other Philadelphia sports-related things, too, or concerts or anything like that. Great deal. Don't pass it up. I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Go Flyers.